Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing a coconut kurma recipe that has been baked and not fried. Guys, listen to that crunch. You all are going to love this, and it's so much healthier than frying. And of course, I know we're talking about sugar on the outside of the kurma, but you can use less and still make this recipe really amazing, or omit the sugar. So you're going to start this recipe with 2 cups of flour, and in goes coconut milk powder. Now you'll see the same ingredients like my coconut tart slash barfi tart recipe. I'm using the same base for that because it was really delicious. In goes milk powder, baking powder. Now we're gonna flavor with fresh nutmeg, cardamom or elaichi as we say. In goes cinnamon. Feel free to amp up the flavors if you like. In goes sweetened coconut shreds, or you can use fresh coconut, and you want to give that a mix. Now I'm going to go in with ghee, or you can use butter and coconut essence. If you're using coconut extract, you want to use a little bit because it is more potent. Condensed milk. Now I'm using 4 tablespoons. Feel free to use 1 if you're watching your sugar content. Now we're going to mix this and start bringing it together. You want to mix in those wet ingredients really well before you add any milk to knead it to bring it together into a dough ball. Now I'm going to go in with my milk, and I'll add in half of the milk mixture, or half of the milk into the mixture, and knead it. And once it starts to come together, if I need more milk, I'll add a little at a time until it comes together into a soft dough. Now you don't want a very hard dough for this. You want a nice medium to soft dough. So it's very similar to when you're making gulab jamun. Now this does not need to rest. We're going to go ahead and flour our work surface, and we will open it out. We're going to open this out to 1/4 inch thickness because as it bakes, it will expand slightly. And open it out nice and thin. Make sure and flour your surface well so it doesn't stick and it's easy to pick up when you finish. And what I like to do is, when I do this, I like to take my cookie cutter and just clean up the edges. I like nice clean edges for my kurma. I don't like to see them broken. Set that aside and you bring it together to form a dough ball, and then you can go ahead and roll that out again. So I cut them, and I like all my pieces to be pretty even. So you'll notice when I cut them, the excess or the small little pieces, I'll get rid of those into that dough ball that we had put aside, and we'll roll that out to get some more pieces. This makes about 180 to 200 pieces, and we're gonna bake this at 350 degrees Fahrenheit on a cookie tray. And I like using this non-stick cookie tray. Once it's done, it's gonna be light golden in color. You want to keep watching it when it's baking, and if you have to turn the tray to make sure it bakes evenly, you want to do that. Now set that aside. Let's make the syrup. So 1 cup of sugar and 1/4 cup of water is all you need, and you're going to allow this to melt, and you want all of the sugar crystals to dissolve completely. Allow it to continue to melt. This is what it would look like. It's going to continue to cook until very small bubbles start forming, and what I look for is when I run my spoon along the inner part of the pot, it looks like white snow, and that's your indication that your pag is ready. So stop, take off the stove, and throw it straight into the kurma. You have to move really fast here. You don't want this to solidify on you, and you're going to turn it really quickly. Be careful too, you don't want to break up the kurma, but you really want to add some speed here because that's what causes it to get that nice snowy exterior on the outside of the kurma. And once it's done, all you have to do is enjoy. But if you're using this for puja, of course, don't juta it, so don't eat from it until you've offered it. And that's as easy as it is. Just listen to how crunchy. It's absolutely delicious. Your guests will not tell the difference between the baked and the fried version, I promise you. And the thinner you cut these, the crunchier they will be. So I suggest cutting them really, really thin, not thick at all. So I hope you guys give this a try. Comment, let me know what you think, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.